Okay, Taurus. So here in the sun position, which is going to talk about who you are this month, we've got the Ten of Cups upright. And the Ten of Cups, it talks about that emotional fulfillment. You know, this is like the home is where the heart is type card. So, just like I said, as I was shuffling the cards, I was kind of feeling like that some of you Tauruses may be wanting to retreat. I'm feeling like you guys right now are really feeling that home is where the heart is energy. I feel like you feel complete right now in your own home and personal environment. And I feel like that you are very much able to create that space for yourself. Let's see what we have. In the moon position, which talks about the personal life, it talks about the home. It talks about things that are going on in the subconscious. This can talk about the mother. It talks about our dreams and our fantasy world. Well, fantasy, we're going to leave that more with Neptune. Yeah, that's more of a Neptune thing. So, leave that one out. Okay, we've got the magician reversed. So you've got this major arcana, which is the magician reversed. Um, this speaks to not using or not having all of the tools or not feeling like you have all of the tools necessary. Uh, it's an imbalance of powers. Sometimes this misuse is deliberate, and other times I feel like the misuse is based on ignorance. And I don't mean that in a bad way, it's a not knowing. The magician reverse can talk about con artists and the charlatan, the quack, you know, the guy that sells the snake oils. This really can talk about being deceptive with information, with words, with conversation. This can talk about using your tools in the wrong way. And like I said, sometimes this can be very deliberate. And this may be something because this card is ruled by Mercury. I keep talking. And Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So some of you Taurians in the home may be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini, or this could be um, who you are emotionally, who you are in your inner world, in your private life. This might be something that is going on around you personally with loved ones. Like I feel like somebody could be using information in the wrong way. Maybe somebody is being deceptive. In the Mercury position, let's see what else we have. We have got the Queen of Wands reversed. And Mercury talks about our communication. It talks about the things that go on in our community and our neighborhoods. Uh, Mercury can talk about our siblings, our job. If I haven't said that already, so the Queen of Wands in this position says that you could possibly be dealing with somebody, Taurus, who is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And I'm feeling some sort of misuse of power. The way that this person could be coming at you, I'm feeling like it's very powerful and misguided, and this person is fiery. And I'm also getting a sense of vanity with this Queen of Wands being reversed. I feel like this person that you could be dealing with really, really, really thinks that they might be all that and then some. Like just vain and full of themselves. And I feel like this is a female for most of you, and it doesn't have to be, but I do feel like it's female. I just feel like that she misuses her power. For some of you, I'm feeling like this is a sibling or somebody that you deal with day to day in your community. Like I said before, maybe somebody at work. I also get the feeling that this is somebody who uses her charm and charisma to get on your good side, but really, like I said, the power, the energy, I feel like is very, very misdirected and misguided with this person. In the Venus position, and the Venus is going to talk about a lot of times our significant other. This can talk about our monies or creative expression, the things that we are attracted to, the way that we give and receive love. In the Venus position, we have the Palace of Cups reversed. I'm sorry, upright. And the Palace cards, I always say that this has a very Neptunian feel to me. This could be talking about, this could be places where you may be visiting. Some of you could be visiting lakefront properties, or, going to the beach, or some of you may be going out of the country where you are taking a long flight uh, over the ocean. For others of you, this is a creative environment. It's a very intuitive, spiritual environment. With it being in the upright position, this is all good. I feel like some of you may be possibly putting out something that you've been working on creatively, and you've got it now. It's ready to go. Stick a fork in it. It's done. It's ready. And I feel like some of you may be putting something out in regards to your finished product. And I feel like that this has something to do um, with something that you've been working on creatively. Something artsy, maybe music. And I feel like it's something that is possibly going to make you money, increase your assets. Now, back to a more mundane part of for others of you, like I said, I feel like some of you may be taking a trip with your baby, and it's got something to do with water. Your intuition is on point. I feel like, Taurus, you may be really, really receptive this month. And so, whatever this is that may be going on in your personal life where somebody is trying to be deceptive, Taurus, I feel like you know it. I feel like you don't miss that. And again, I'm thinking that this could possibly be Gemini, or possibly Virgo, simply because Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, and this card is ruled by Mercury. Okay. And Taurus, I'm feeling like some of you Taurians are Taurus as you bulls are working in the creative field. Some of you are in an industry, the creative industries. Like I said, there's art, um, music, design, something like that. I'm feeling like some of you Taurus, you bulls, you Taurians, I struggle with that every month, are dealing with somebody at work. This young lady right here, the one I said earlier, who may be using her charm and charisma to get close to you, but her power is misguided. I would keep my eye on her because I feel like she's trying to get close to some of you personally, but her words are not her, it's not what she says it is. I don't know if for some of you this is somebody that you work with, that may be a family member, a cousin, or a sibling, but I feel like this person is either trying to get close to you or is already close to you. But I just feel like there's a misrepresentation of the powers of the way that she or he actually gets along with you. The way they do their thing with you and the way they communicate with you, just in the way they exist around you. I will keep an eye on it because I feel like that there is some, like I said, misrepresentation of motives. And I'm kind of feeling like it's deliberate. Now, Taurus, if this is you, and I have to say that this could be a situation where maybe you have some misguided motives or ideas of how you want to move forward or present things at work. Now, the thing about it is, I'm feeling like one way or the other, whatever it is that is being put out there, like I said, it's primed and ready to go. Uh, I just think that there may be some issue here. But whether or not this is travel with a loved one, whether this is just about the love life or whether or not this is something that you are getting ready to present to the world, whether or not this is your intuition, this is on point. And if this is something that you're doing, Taurus, that is about to add to your bank account, I see no problems here. So now let's talk about Mars. And Mars is where we put our energies. Mars is it's about our sex life. It's about how we do things. Mars is getting ready to move into Aries. Let me go back for just a second to the Magician in the Moon position. As I make this video, we are at the new moon in Aquarius right now, as a matter of fact. So, if this person or whomever this is being deceptive in some way, the Aquarius, this new moon we have in Aquarius, it's just probably about to start coming to the surface. And I think, Taurus, that it may require you to think outside of the box. Or, I said this on my Facebook page, talking about feeling outside of the box. And I'm getting this feeling that your intuition is on point. So even if it feels different than than some way that you would normally feel, I'm getting this thing about, in order to get to the bottom of this possible deception or misrepresentation of energies or motives, that you got to think and feel outside the box in order to see it for what it really is. And I think that what it really is about to start coming to the forefront, like I said, right now at this new moon. But I think, the way that you would generally feel about a situation normally, go with that different feeling this month, because that is what's going to help you weigh this all out, round this all out, you know, put the pieces of the puzzle together. Okay. So let's go ahead and move back to the Mars position. And like I said, today, if I'm not mistaken, I know we are at, yes, we're definitely at the last degree of Pisces. Mars is at the last degree of Pisces. And so now it is about to move into Aries, which, first of all, is its ruling planet. It's fire. It's, this is motivation. Mars and Aries is certainly going to get us moving. And being under this energy of the ultimate non-conformist with the sun in Aries and with the moon in Aries right now, I think that without having turned over this card yet, this Mars moving into Aries is going to make us get moving and put into action some of those things that are different about us. I think that we're going to start acting on things that go against the grain, that are not of the norm. So anyway, enough of that. Let's turn the card over. We've got the Temperance card. So that being and the Temperance card reversed, and it is a major arcana. We are up to 2 major arcana. The Temperance card is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. So we got fire and fire here. And I think that this is saying, Taurus, that you might be quick to want to get in somebody's ass if you find out that something's going on that you are not quite pleased about, or somebody is trying to deceive you. Try to keep your head on straight, Taurus. This is very important for you. Your intuition is on point. I think you know what you know. There's no reason to question it, but I think there may be a reason to to guard how you respond to things this month. Try to keep a level head. Because Taurus, and I've said this before when the Temperance card has come up for you, you may be slow to anger, but when you go off, you go all the way off. And if you find out that somebody is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, especially if it's somebody close to you. And Taurus, you're really strong in your values and things like that. So to find out that somebody close to you, somebody in your personal life, somebody who is pretending to get close to you only to screw you in the end, if that's in fact what's going on, you could possibly really come out swinging. And Taurus, if you come out swinging and you make contact, you're going to knock a fool out. So, I think there's a need to scale back, how you may be responding, and saying to really, really keep your temper could be a little heated this month. Now, this could also talk about we're definitely hold on a second. Yeah, I'm seeing some external conflict of some sort, and it may be with this Queen of Wands. In some sense, I feel like this Queen of Wands could be doing things that are forcing ways of being on you, or trying to, that are making you possibly ignore your intuition, ignore your true self. Maybe you may just be feeling, I just feel like in some senses, some of you Tauruses are ignoring your intuition. And I feel like this Queen of Wands has a lot to do with it. But I gotta say it again. Your intuition is on point. But remember when I said if you are feeling a particular feeling, the way that you may usually go about something, go with the other feeling. I think that may have something to do too with this temperance card being reversed because Taurus, you might go off this month. There's conflict here. So if you're feeling like getting in somebody's ass, I'm really encouraging you to go with the other feeling. Retreat to your home space because I think that this is the best of you in the month of February. This is where your comfort is. It's within you. It's within your personal space. Even if that's only a room for you. If you have a room that you can go to, like for some of you, maybe a man cave or, woman cave, whatever it is, you get your little, your movies, your wine, get your cigars or your Newports. And if you smoke green, get your green. Make sure you got your microwave, your little refrigerator, your beers if you drink, your juice or your water if you're on a health kick, and retreat into yourself so that you can, kind of keep a hold on your temper. Just because I feel like somebody really may pick at you enough to make you get at them. And yes, what you think it is what it is. I just encourage you to react maybe differently than you normally would. So in the Jupiter position, and Jupiter talks about, it's about good luck. It's about the expansion of things. Um, this could be about our spirituality. Jupiter comes to bring good luck to situations. Sometimes Jupiter can expand things that we don't want it to expand, sticking its nose all up in the business. And, maybe you don't want an expansion in that particular area. So let's see what Jupiter has to offer. We have got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands says that you may be defending yourself against something. And again, like I said, there is some external conflict. And I feel like this Queen of Wands, this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And, if I didn't mention that this card is ruled by Sagittarius, there's some conflict with a Sagittarius, I'm believing. And I talked about there, possibly being Gemini, Virgo, that you may be having some issues within the home. This could be the case too, but I'm definitely seeing some Sagittarius type conflict here. And I feel like that you are going to spend time in the month of February defending yourself. And again, I feel like when I see the Seven of Wands, and it's in the upright position, for me that says stand strong. Some of you Tauruses may not actually know right now who the enemy is because they may be disguising themselves as the Queen of Wands upright, which would be somebody who's caring and compassionate and helpful and creative and all of that stuff. So you may not know right now who you are defending yourself against, but I feel like it's going to come to light with this new moon in Aquarius, like I just said before. Whatever's going on here, I think you'll start to see. The one thing I like to say about the Seven of Wands, I'm sorry, that's the Six of Wands I'm thinking about. Anyway, this is a Mars and Leo type energy. So this shows that whatever you are defending yourself against, or whatever you may find yourself defending yourself against, if I say that right, give me a break. You're doing the right thing, but I feel like you're going to want to do it big. I feel like you're going to want to defend yourself in a big way. And like I said, with Mars moving into the sign of Aries, You've got this fiery temperance card, which is ruled by Sagittarius in the Mars position. And now we've got this Mars and Leo energy here in this Jupiter position. And I just talked about Jupiter expanding things. I feel like, whatever it is that you react on, Taurus, you could really react on it in a big way. Yeah, absolutely. Show them what you stand for, because what you stand for is right. But take care to temper your temper, if that makes any sense. Taurus, it's not worth your time actually to find yourself in a holding cell, because you have busted somebody upside the head. You're dealing with fallen angels here. You are dealing with somebody who comes to uh, kill, steal, and destroy. So don't let them do it. You already know this with this Palace of Cups card here. Your intuition is on point. Your Neptune at its finest. You may be a little confused right now as to who you are fighting against, but your intuition is on point. But you're dealing with fallen angels. Like I said, you are dealing when these things start to come forward, try to remember that you are dealing with fallen angels. These are tests of your life. How are you going to respond, Taurus? Sagittarius rules the ninth house, which is the highest house of higher consciousness, higher learning. How are you going to uh, implement your higher consciousness as you respond to this or these situations in the month of February? Because what you stand for is right. I think, Taurus, this may be a test of simply, how are you going to respond? How are you going to do things differently when your emotions get rattled this month? This is a test brought to you by the fallen angels. In the Saturn position, we have got the Ace of Coins. This is new opportunity. This is new wealth. Uh, new money, new income. These are new physical relationships. And in the Saturn position, I'm feeling like this test that is being brought to you, you are going to pass with flying colors. I feel like some of you, yes, might get in your feelings. You may want to get emotional, but I think that some of you are going to take the higher road, because you know that what you stand for is right. You know that what you're thinking is right. And this is going to allow you to manifest new opportunities, new money. Because I said before, with this card right here, with the Palace of Cups being in the Venus position, and I talked about this could be something that could be adding to your bank account. It does. Yes, it adds to your bank account if you handle yourself in a responsible, mature manner. And that's what Saturn makes us do. Saturn can restrict us. Saturn can, provide obstacles. But what Saturn is trying to do is make you perform or respond or do things in a responsible, mature manner. And I think that you are going to do just that. And in responding in that way, it generates you these new opportunities. These, like I said, these new relationships. It's all good. And in the outcome position, Taurus, we have the King of Cups reversed. Okay, that's interesting. The way that I see this, this King of Cups reversed is not you. I feel like what ends up happening is you're going to handle yourself in a mature, classy manner. And I feel like that this Queen of Wands that you may be dealing with reversed, I feel like there's some jealousy or something that's somebody's going to be not feeling too good about your new manifestations. Somebody's not going to be feeling too good about these new opportunities that you've come into. Taurus, I wonder if some of you are coming out of a relationship with the queen, with the king of cups, and they see that you have uh, turned into this person who is going to get everything that they wish for. And that, okay, let's go back to that with this 10 of cups right here. I think that you come, because this is you, even though you may get emotional, even though you may get frustrated and want to bust somebody upside the head. This is still you. This is a person who is going to remain emotionally stable, emotionally secure. This is a person who knows that inside they have all that they want, they have all that they need, and staying true to yourself in that manner is what helps you get past this drama, because your intuition is right, because you are standing for the right thing, you are fighting for the right thing. Just as long as you keep your temper under control and you start to manifest, all of this good stuff, I feel like the outcome is somebody being a little pissy about it. And I feel like for some of you Tauruses, this is somebody that you have come out of a relationship with who was all jumping up and down and waving pom-poms and shit around when you were in a place of struggle. And now that they see that you have got your act together, that you are handling yourself like a mature adult, you're out here looking classy, and they may be out here looking crazy. I feel like that this is somebody who just gets mad on top of mad on top of mad. Well, let them, because you're this person. You're gonna come out of it feeling good. You're gonna come full circle, and like I said, you might get in your feelings here or there, but you handle yourself like an adult. You pass these tests presented to you by the fallen angels with flying colors, and that allows you to manifest this magician reversed. I just want to come back because you do end up manifesting the things that you want. So, at one point I said, Taurus, this could be you. I just want to go back and say that I don't think that this is you. I think this is somebody that you may be dealing with in your personal life who is coming to you, like I said, wrong. And your intuition is correct about it. I just wanted to go back and say that this, as we went around the board, I just don't feel like this is the energies that you may be projecting. I feel like this is somebody that you are dealing with who is selling you snake oils. But you get past that because you know what you know. And you know that you can stand on your own too and fight for whatever it is because you are right. Just handle, just keep a level head. And that's the way that I see it, Taurus.